So, I put you in my guard. Now, like I said, we'll use Kimura as an example. I'm not necessarily going to teach you to go to it, but I'm going to teach you concepts with the guard. If you're up like this, first of all, if you are in my guard, never let your hands be on the mat. Because it's easy to post you out. That's why I see I'm controlling with my legs. That's what you're trying to accomplish. I'm going to let you do that to me. Your legs are the big engines, your big muscles in your body. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. I've got you in my guard. See how my knees are like up in your armpits? Yep. That's terrific. Another method is to have them down below your belt, and then I have my hips up. But this is more of a sport thing, and I don't like showing it up front. This is more of a self-defense thing. I've got my knees up here. I'm clamping up high. It's like a high guard, and you just have more control of your opponent that way. Okay. So you're going to posture up, and now you see I don't want this because you can obviously knock me out. Guard is a great defensive position as long as you don't think about it as sport. You think about it for self-defense. You'll never eat. Early on in MMA, you saw a lot of guys that were used to gi fighting, and then they didn't have a gi anymore. That's when no gi really started taking off because they realized I need to figure out different ways to do it. One of my favorite ways to do it is to just hop up and grab the head. Now I want to stay here too long because now you can just pull your head out. Yeah. So that's a very great way to break you down. And then I like to establish an overhook and a hook to the head. And then I can switch as needed. See how I'm using the elbow? I'm not just, if I use just my hand, which is fine, but it's weaker for me. You've got all your back strength. Or if I just use my elbow, I'll go ahead and pull up. I'm just relaxing, and I'm letting you do all the work. And then, yeah. And then the other time, I'm clamping this fist right here, and I see how I'm punching it in really as far as I can. And then at that point, I let gravity be on my side. Okay. Chances are you're not going to like this as the bad guy in this scenario, since you're the good guy when you're being attacked. In this scenario, you're the bad guy. I want you to do more work than me, because as we get older, we get a little less gas in our tank. So I break you down, and I want you to just do all you can to power up. Yeah, I'm just like letting you do it. Yeah. And you might start throwing some punches in my ribs. Oh, I gotta respect that. I've got to deal with it. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, that's the guard basics. I call that prison guard or street guard because it's an MMA style guard. You see it in Gracie Jujitsu. They call it the punch block series. This is phase 1 where they break you down. And it's just, they do it by the numbers. You've seen it, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 of the punch block series, where they're always filling space. So I'm here, and somehow you power up and get that hand out. I always want to fill that space. I've locked my hand here, and I'm protecting myself, and then I can shove that, go through again, and return the guard. This is home base for you. So, because you're safe here. You don't want to hang out here all day, but you're pretty safe. So how do we go from defensive to offensive? Again, assuming the bad guy is going to be bigger, stronger, and heavier than you, I'm going to use that to my advantage in this situation. He's going to be, go ahead and get down and my guard. Put you in your guard, sorry. Go ahead and break me down. Break you down. Yeah. Use your legs and hop up and grab me by the neck and pull me down. There we go. So now I'm going to be making me do all the work. See how I'm like, yeah, you're just hanging out like, okay, whatever, dude. So at some point, I'm going to be pouring up. I'm going to be trying to push you off, and that's where we're going to start from.
Okay.
So I'm here. I'm going to do what's called a hip bump. This is the wrong way to do it for a hip bump, but the right way to do it to set you up for Kimura. We were like, why did you just do the sweep? Well, maybe for whatever reason, my hands were there, and when you pop up, I was already hanging on. A lot of times, this is how we started. True hip bump, I'm going to come across like so. Let me get it this way on the camera. So I'm here and you power up. I'm right up here with my hips to you.
Yep.
I come across, grabbing the elbow, thrusting my hip through, and I'm doing the sweep. That is my all-time favorite sweep. Now there's a scissor sweep that you see a lot of beginners taught first. I like to teach the hip bump first. I don't know why, I just do. But let's say that I'm here, and we're going to give you a chance to practice this in a second. I'm here and you power up. And for whatever reason, I feel like I don't have time to do this. I'm just going to hold on here and I'm going to bump. Now, one of two things are going to happen. It's going to work anyway.
Okay.
Or you'll post your hand out to keep me from... I'm shifting you off your center line. And you're going to put... Nope, I don't think so. So you've blocked it. So what do? I think Kimura. Right now I can drop down Kimura. And I've got the Kimura instead. From a law enforcement point of view, where would you go to Kimura before a hip bump? You got here, and you grab my weapon. There's that triangle of death. In Jujitsu, I always call this triangle of death regardless of what, because you're creating a spot for me to get to something. You saw it the other day when we were doing knee on belly, the triangle of death. That's why in Jiu-Jitsu you're always keeping your elbows in, you're keeping everything really tight. And that is why, ironically, in MMA, when you're punching each other, it can make it easier to grapple because you're creating off-balancing opportunities and opening. So let's work on, I'll be in your guard, and I'm just going to do some athleticism stuff, and I want you to try to control me with your legs. I want you to try to keep my head down, and I'm going to do stuff like pretend like I'm hitting you in the ribs. Didn't address it. What I tell my officers, if you're wearing a vest, 9 times out of 10, that vest is actually going to protect you from most of that impact. But maybe not. Maybe he's just that strong. You have to respect it. You have to address it. Because after a while, that could take its toll. So then you would switch and control that. See, perfect. See what you just did here? My arm is across your body. Oh my God, there's so many evil things you can do to me. So this is definitely a good thing for me. If you can get me off your center line to like this or like this, you can, for future arm bars and future triangle opportunities, we're not going to do it now, but like you could stuff this hand in here and then you throw this leg up on my shoulder, throw that other leg and connect them. You're keeping it under. This is a triangle position. You can go to armbar from here or triangle. So, yes, if you can do that, and I'm sorry for not addressing that earlier, if you can get me across, more power to you. There's also sweeps, and from there, the pendulum sweep would be a good one to do from there. We will do all that shit later. Right now, I just want you to think about how you're going to control my body to your will. And I'm going to give you subtle athleticism, not like any real jiu-jitsu, but just some athleticism pushing off you and stuff like that. So I will start from here, and then I want you to break me down. There, you're good. Good. Nature. That's why I'm sorry, I got some fuzz on you. So I'm here and you pop up. I just used you as a way to get into this position here. This leg is either alongside here, but a lot of times it's just up over the leg.
Yeah.
My hand is here, and I pop my hip up. Now I slide over and grab the arm right here like a shotgun grip. Then I thrust those hips and then kickstand here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Don't forget to send me your ideas. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And everyone stay safe. And remember, this is your channel, so reach out via comments, or if you know my email, send me my email.
Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful.